Hello! This is NME live backstage at Glastonbury 2017. It's the Saturday of the festival. We're halfway through. Tonight's headline is Foo Fighters, which is still to come. And it's been a day of some enormous shows. What have you seen that you've enjoyed?
I saw Whitney this morning. They were great.
I should add at this point that you're Charlotte Gunn and I'm Dan Stubbs.
Oh, right, yeah. They know that.
Yeah. You saw Whitney, not Whitney Houston, obviously. Whitney the other one.
No, Whitney the other one. They were good. Today, a lot of big names today. Liam Gallagher on the pyramid stage.
What we're wondering though, because Liam Gallagher's here, Noel Gallagher was here yesterday. Have they bumped into each other? Is this the big brotherly reunion? I don't know if it's happened or not. But
there's been no signs of it.
No.
We bumped into Noel last night briefly, which was nice.
He was enjoying himself.
Yeah, he was. Liam today, I think, obviously some people were hoping Noel was just going to come out. It didn't happen, but he played some big tunes.
What a beautiful moment it would have been if they just come out and sung Acquiesce while staring into each other's eyes. It would have been lovely, wouldn't it?
Would have been lovely.
It didn't happen.
Another year, another time. But no, he played, came out to Rock and Roll Star. He played Morning Glory, and it was pretty
some of his own excellent songs.
And songs. No, it was great.
Katy Perry played.
She did.
Pop Spectacular. There was people dressed up as odd things, and she was wearing a big, sort of jumpsuit thing. So, she was Annika Rice from the TV show Treasure Hunt.
She did, but with a sequined hat.
Right, exactly, yeah. That was good. And but the big star of the day has been a little man called Jace, by the initials JC. Not Jesus Christ, but Jeremy Corbyn. He's been a big star of the day. But
more on that in a minute.
Yes,
but earlier on today, so tonight also sees a big set from the Nationall, and we caught up with them a little bit earlier on to talk about their show and Dave Grohl. Let's have a look.
Dave Grohl just came backstage and gave us all bear hugs and said, "You're on in 45 minutes."
I didn't get a hug.
You were off somewhere else. You got a hug.
They all got bear hugs from Dave Grohl, and I got zilch.
Yep.
So he just gave you a hug and...
He was a pep talk / psych us out, I think.
Like a pre-soccer talk.
Yeah, it was hard to know.
Did he get inside your head?
He might have.
Did he mess with you?
If I make a mistake, it's all Dave Grohl.
You've been Grohled.
So.
I've been Grohled, yeah.
He could have scrambled me.
Actually, he's super nice.
Stayed away.
He's just rooting for us. Yeah.
I'd like a bear hug from Dave Grohl, I think. He's famously so nice, isn't he?
Well, he's the nicest man in rock, or the best person at hiding their true personality in rock, I would say.
So cynical. So cynical.
No, he's lovely. He's lovely. I saw him last week at a festival in Iceland, and he brought his daughter Harper out to play drums. She did "We Will Rock You." There was dads in the audience crying. It was a sweet moment. It was a real it was a dad moment, I think.
Yeah, he'd be a great dad, wouldn't he?
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
She might be here. You can ask her.
Right.
So that was the Nationall talking about Dave Grohl, but we sent our roving reporter Leonie out into the field earlier on to find people who look like Dave Grohl, to find out what they were anticipating for the set, didn't we? Which is tonight's headline set.
Tonight's big headline set. Let's see what they had to say.
It's day 2 of Glastonbury, and we're asking men who look a little bit like Dave Grohl if they're excited about seeing Foo Fighters tonight.
No, not at all. I'm going to go see Fatboy Slim.
Yeah, I'm very excited about seeing Foo Fighters, I can't wait.
I'm excited to see Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl's the idol of mine. I'm a drummer and he's great on both the drums, all the shit he's done, I love it.
I'm very excited about seeing the Foo Fighters tonight. Very excited. Why? Because they're the Foo Fighters, aren't they? I've heard they've got a pretty good back catalogue, guys.
Am I excited about seeing Foo Fighters tonight? Not really, because people keep saying he looks like me and it's annoying.
Oh, my favourite Foo Fighters song's got to be Times Like These. Has to be. And I know he'll do some kind of really nice speech before he starts the song. This is going to be so pulling all the heartstrings. I can't wait.
I love Dave Grohl. I saw him drumming for them Crooked Vultures about 5 years ago, and it was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. So seeing him as a frontman live is going to blow me away.
So there we saw some very excited Foo Fighters fans, but weirdly the biggest event of today happened long before the headline set, and that was
Corbyn Mania.
Corbyn Mania. I've never seen a crowd like it here.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, people were like, all the passageways to the pyramid stage. So he appeared before Run the Jewels to do a speech, and all the passageways were completely blocked. And Leonie, you've been sort of following him around all day.
Yeah,
I know, so it's kind of creepy in a way, isn't it? he's just so lovely that I just want to follow him around. He is also wearing white trousers, which is very bold at a festival. Quite baggy trousers
and
as well.
I noticed he's wearing the same shoes though when we interviewed him the other day, and I feel like they're his good shoes. So
I feel like he's the kind of guy who only has one pair of shoes.
Yeah, but I think so too.
And then I'll chuck him out and get some other ones from a charity shop in Islington.
Right.
That's his way.
There's a lot of village fates as well. Like, he should know about outdoor events, I would say. Like,
I feel like he's also a Birkenstocks man, so maybe if it had been slightly warmer, the toes would have been out, the little corb toes.
There would maybe some socks and the Birkies.
Oh God, he would be a socks and sandals man.
No offence.
Not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way.
That's a strong look right now.
It is,
you know.
yeah. But tell us about his speech and what happened.
So yeah, he came on at 4 o'clock before Run the Jewels and delivered an impassioned speech. It was quite lovely actually. I did a little cry.
So did I.
I was very emotional. Yeah, Dan didn't, because Dan's tough. But he was crying on the inside. You'll cry later, won't you? Alone.
I had full tears.
It was just so nice to hear someone say such positive things, and to cover a politician who was just basically saying, just look after each other, look out for each other. We care about education, we care about kind of National Health Service. He talked about Grenfell as well. He was kind of touching all these really kind of important political points, and it was just lovely. And I'm gonna cry again. It was so nice.
It was a really, really incredible, memorable moment.
Yeah, I think it was mad because it's this is a music festival, and there like a politician got arguably the biggest audience of the festival, which you couldn't imagine that would happen 10 years ago. I can't think of anyone else
this is Glastonbury, Dan, not Download. So I feel like if you're going to do it anyway, you do it at Glastonbury. And Glastonbury has kind of long been known for all its links to activism and also the Greenpeace field. So there's always that environmentalist, and Corbyn, an environmentalist, I will say he is. You know, he wants to save the world, which is a good idea because we're going to live in it for a bit, and then our kids might. Not my kids, I don't have any yet. I might do one day. Who knows?
But, he has like sort of, even before he got here, like Corbyn was like the absent star of the festival because everyone's been singing the old Jeremy Corbyn song.
And everyone in the t-shirts as well. Like I've seen so many Corbyn t-shirts. There's the kind of the Nike one and the Run DMC one, the flags. Just seeing his face everywhere. And there's posters up saying JC for PM. And that speech he delivered was like watching a leader. It was calm, but it was angry when it needed to be, and it was soothing in a way. I like his voice. He was a bit shouty.
Proper fire in his belly though. It was amazing.
He's hype. He's hype AF.
And our editor Mike caught up with Corbyn after the speech, and he talked to him about various things, including whether he'd been tempted to run through a field of wheat on the way down.
Well, don't tell him.
Well,
don't tell him. Yeah, we'll find out if he ever has.
Let's have a look at that now.
Obviously, Glastonbury's in the countryside. You will have had to travel past lots of fields to arrive here, fields of wheat possibly. Did you have any urge to jump out the car and run through any fields of wheat on the way here?
I'm far too responsible a citizen to run through a wheat field. I grew up in the countryside in Wiltshire and then later in Shropshire, and I was taught from a very, very early age, you walk around the edge of a cropped field. You don't walk through fields of wheat because it will damage the wheat. I'm totally shocked that anybody would run through a wheat field and damage wheat. It's a terrible thing to do.
So that was Mike, our editor, with Jeremy Corbyn, and the guy who came before him on the pyramid stage was Craig David.
Lovely Craig David.
Played to a massive crowd. I don't know if some of them were there for Corbyn or if some of them hung around for Corbyn, but he played here in 2016, I think, on a small stage, and it was kind of a big part of his resurgence. And this year he's come back and absolutely nailed it on the main stage. But he did have a little idea of how Corbyn could have done things differently, which is this quick clip that we'll have a look at now. And in a way, you were sort of warming up for Jeremy Corbyn, which is that's an odd thing to do as a performer, right? Warm up for a politician. Was that crowd yours? Was the Corbyn crowd yours? Do you think it was just people who stuck around?
Do you know what it was? Yeah, I was waiting for my man to come out, and just go spit a 16, a sick with 16. I've been doing this since I was 16. If he just did that, didn't speak up on politics or anything, did that, he could have dropped the mic, walk off, it would have been done. It would have got standing ovation. Done. It was that. I was waiting for it. I was like, please, man, just spit some bars. But do you know what I mean?
Maybe you could school him in it for next time.
I think he was ready, man. It's a spontaneous thing. You got to know when and when not to. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow with another one of these chats. And what's on tomorrow, Dan?
Well, it's the big one. Ed Sheeran is going to be doing his thing on the main stage.
He will, and if that's not your bag, BBK are the headliners.
Whose bag would that not be?
They're the other stage headliners, which should also be a pretty epic show.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, and it's that's the last day of Glastonbury. It's over so quickly, isn't it, once it starts?
It is.
Yeah, so please tune in again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Bye.